Well, good morning, everyone. Hopefully I'm still big in your screen. Let's try this light. Maybe that'll, I don't think it makes it darker. There. So a few stretches and balances to get going in the chair for a change. So we'll take advantage of this base of support. And as you're sitting in your chair, you can either keep your hands on your knees or bring hands to heart center. And you can allow your eyes to close if you want. Focus on extending the spine. So we're not leaning against the back of the chair. We're just supporting our upper body nice and tall. Giving our core plenty of room for that belly to expand and go down with every inhale and exhale. Working on good posture here, shoulders down. And noticing where the chair is supporting us. Bringing to mind any intentions you may have for class today. Anything you want to focus on in particular. Or even if you have any plans for the upcoming holiday weekend. We'll take 2 more breaths. Exhaling, hands to knees and opening your eyes on this exhale. And then let's take a nice big stretching inhale, arch and look up. Exhale as you bring your hands back to your knees. Inhale, stretch and reach, looking up, arching that back. Exhale, hands to knees. 2 more. And then just staying tall with the body, resting those hands on your knees. Circle your head around nice and slow. I know I just had a few cracks. One more each way. Bringing your head up right here. Take another inhale, stretch and reach those arms up. Arch the back. As you exhale, fold forward, come all the way down, hands to feet or hands toward or next to your feet. Inhale, use the core to raise yourselves up. Arch the back, stretch and reach. Exhale, hands all the way down to the feet or floor. 2 more. Last one. And then as you inhale, leave the arms by your side, slowly roll up. As you come upright, circle your wrists. Other way. And with your next exhale, bring those hands above those knees once again. Walk those feet under your chair. Hopefully you have some room under your chair, or just sit forward and come toward the legs. And then I want you to bring your hands to your knees as you come forward and push your heels down. So we're hopefully stretching the calves here. Our weight is forward, so we can add a little weight to get a deeper stretch of those calf muscles. And then as you inhale, go ahead and push the body up, walk forward so your feet are underneath your knees, and then bring one leg extended, hands still above those knees as you come forward, stretching that hamstring. So if you're not feeling it or can come forward a little bit so that we can have that leg as straight as possible, go ahead. But with our base of support now being underneath us, under our glutes, hopefully we can hold a straight leg better and get a deeper stretch with that leg relaxed. And with your next inhale, push into your legs, switch your legs around. On your exhale, come forward. Again, working to straighten that leg, so positioning yourself, leading with and stretching from the hips. And then as you inhale, push and lift yourself back up. Now extending both legs, feet close together, and just let those knees bounce out for a moment. And then with your next exhale, bring your body forward. Make sure we're not too forward in the chair. We don't want to fall out. I see some of you might be holding your chair. That's just fine, versus putting your hands above your knees. Again, focusing on the hamstrings every time we come forward over straight legs in any position. The rest of the leg just gets to help to work to support us. And as you inhale, slowly push and lift yourself back up. Bend both knees back in. Lift up one leg, circle the ankle. Other direction. Now relaxing your foot, just try to point and curl and tuck just the toes. So the rest of your ankle area and foot is relaxed. Just curl the toes. One more. And then go ahead and bring that foot down, pick up the other leg, circle that ankle. Again, taking advantage of lots of support so we can focus on the stretches or poses that we are doing. Other direction. And then relaxing that foot, just curl the toes. That little isolation there in the toes. One more. Good, and then go ahead and just release that foot down. So now we will come into a wide-legged position for wide-legged forward fold. So once again, you can have hands on your legs above the knees or hold your chair as you come forward, stretching both hamstrings at the same time. Sometimes this position, whether we're sitting or standing, makes it easier for us to come over our legs more than if our legs are together. Also feeling that stretch in the lower back. As you inhale, gently push and lift yourself back up. So our next stretch, we're going to lean to one side, lift the leg on the opposite side, point your toes and tuck your toes under as close to the chair as you can, then sit yourself upright. So with your toes tucked under, now I'm going to push my knee toward the ground to stretch the outside of the front of the leg, that muscle. And you could also work to bring your foot back a little bit. Maybe I mean forward for me to feel that stretch deeper. And you can maybe even, instead of pushing the knee down, maybe you want to lift that knee or pull it out just a little bit. All about that tibialis anterior muscle. I feel it all the way down. So just manipulate and twist or lift or lower to help feel that, just with those toes tucked under. And then you can hold for balance for a few more breaths. And then with your next inhale, gently just bring your foot back around and just take a few marching steps just to relax both feet, and then we'll shift to the other side. Lean away from that outside leg so you can swing your toes around and tuck your toes under, and then bring yourself upright. That weight will help to stretch that lower leg muscle. And again, just even on this side, maybe you want to turn your knee out a little bit or lower it down or lift it up or move your foot forward. Hopefully you're feeling that stretch here. And then with your next inhale, leaning away from that leg just to help bring your foot out of that position, and just take a few marching steps as you bring yourself forward once again. So from here, nice and tall, cross one ankle over the other. Next inhale, uncross, cross the other ankle over. I know, it seems too easy. Uncross, cross your knee over. If you have trouble with this for any reason, cross your ankle over again. You knew there had to be more. Uncross, cross the other knee over. All the while trying to stay tall. Feeling some gentle stretches in your hips. Uncross. This time, if you're forward in your chair, you can lean back a little bit to help lift your leg and cross your ankle over your knee. And if you, again, struggle with that, just cross your knee or ankle over. So this is the progression here. If you want a deeper stretch for that outer hip, lean your body forward. And as you inhale, bring your body back up, right, and uncross. Other ankle over. See how you feel on this side. Good. And a deeper stretch means bringing your body forward a little bit more. Inhale if you were leaning forward to make your body tall. Uncross as you exhale. Now let's shift back in our seat. And we're going to try to bring our foot up. Just pick a foot so the bottom of it's facing the other leg. And you can hold that foot on your chair. If you can't quite get it to your chair, just hold it in front. And if you want to let go, you can bring your hands to prayer. So a little seated tree. Be careful your foot doesn't slip off. So if you need to keep holding it, that's fine. You can work your knee down for another way to stretch your outer hip. Otherwise, just take advantage of leaning now against the back of your chair. Take this same leg and turn the bottom of your foot from facing your leg to your chair. So see if we can lift that knee up and bring the knee toward the ceiling and the bottom of your foot, or at least your heel, on the chair. So the front of my foot's hanging off, but at least I have my heel. If you can't do that this morning, just bring your foot off of the chair in front of the chair. And as you exhale, release that leg back down. Take a few marching steps. I'll do those same two positions on the other side. So first, bringing the bottom of your foot next to your leg, holding, or if you can just place it, you can bring your hands into prayer. Drawing that knee down toward the mat. And then with your next inhale, lifting that knee up toward the ceiling. And you can hug that leg or bring your hands back to prayer if there's room. Otherwise, again, just position your foot in front of your chair, trying to hold onto probably your lower leg, below your knee. Otherwise, feeling that stretch in your glute now. Good. And as you exhale, go ahead and release that foot from your chair. Take some marches here. And then with your next inhale, let's go ahead and lift up those arms for chair pose. Lots of support here. Lean the body slightly forward. As you're here, I want you to flex your toes and spread your toes wide so you can look down and see your toes spread apart. Push in to the floor with the ball of your foot as you're lifting those toes, alternating up and down. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. And placing your toes back down, spread apart. Stay here or continue to lean forward until you can lift out of your chair and stay hovering over your actual chair. So if you want to modify, just again, stay in your chair. Otherwise, good job. Come up and hold. 3, 2, and release back down. Lift the arms up as you come tall in the body. Exhale the arms down. With arms by your side, circle those shoulders back. Feel the muscles in the upper back working together, stretching together. Forward circles. And then with your next inhale, lift and reach those arms up. Same thing again. Exhaling slightly forward, stay here or with toes spread wide. Lift up off of that chair, hovering over the chair. Weight in those heels. Abdominals pulled in. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and bring it down. Inhaling up, exhaling those arms down, and alternating big arm circles one at a time backwards. Hopefully you're feeling some warmth now. Those chairs engage the whole body. Lower body stretches, move a lot of blood. One more each way. And then let's circle the other direction. Finishing your last one, arms by your side, bring the fingers forward and back. We're going to be coming out of our chair and walking our hands forward into downward dog. So just make sure that your floor or mat are out in front of you, or you can reposition as you're coming into that position. So with the exhale, we're just going to bend forward and then come out of the chair, walk it forward, keep the feet right where they're at until you're in downward dog. And then alternate those heels. And then hold your heels down when you're ready, head between the arms, pushing back, always shake the head out. As you exhale, soften the knees, walk the hands back to the feet. You can come to your chair or just stand all the way up slowly. Make yourselves tall. And we want to come behind our chair or move your chair in front of you, whatever is the easiest thing to do. And I'll just turn sideways. And let's work our way into this stretch here, where our hands are on top of the back of the chair. We bring our head in between the arms to stretch our shoulders. Hips above the feet. Head stays in neutral spine, so you can look down at your mat. And then with your next inhale, bring your body up, and we're just going to stay here with our feet. Move your hips forward to stretch your calves again, so like a modified downward dog since our body's up. But if you need to position your feet forward or back to feel that stretch better, or make sure your chair doesn't tip and you're more comfortable, go ahead and move your feet. Otherwise, you can just keep them right where they're at. Again, I'm just really reaching my hips forward, almost slightly arching my back. And then with your next inhale, just push to release the hips. Keep one foot back as you step one foot forward. So we have straight legs here. We're coming back down, probably elbows bent. Or if you have room, you can move your chair out in front of you again so you can extend your arms. But it's all about stretching that front hamstring with our staggered stance. So your upper body is just whatever is comfortable, trying to keep the back flat, spine extended. In this horizontal position, you can continue to bring your chest toward your leg. Again, lots of support instead of having to hold onto our hand or reach for a block or prop next to our foot. And then as you inhale, bring your body up, and then we'll switch your feet around so you can bring your front foot back first or vice versa. Straighten the legs and keep the legs straight as we reposition our bodies, coming closer to that front leg. Otherwise, just keep it a little bit higher if you notice that front knee start to bend as you come down. A few breaths on this side. Head stays extended from your spine as you move your core. And then as you inhale, slowly lift your body. Soften both knees, coming to the ball of your back foot, and then step it forward so you're nice and tall. And take a few marching steps. And let's come back to that calf stretch position, but switch our focus to it being more of an upper body strength pose. So instead of relaxing the hips forward, pushing heels down, now I want you to hold a plank position. So I want you to feel more of the weight in your upper body. And if you want to add push-ups, you can, depending on how your chair is set up. And as I'm doing my push-up, my heels are coming off of the mat, so that's okay. We just want to maintain a plank or straight line. Great job. You're doing so good. Let's just do this for 5 minutes.
I'll time you.
Okay. Is your timer faster than mine?
I think so.
2 more. Last one. And then step it forward to your chair. And then just release those wrists, bringing fingers forward and back. Taking some deep breaths. Let's float those arms up. Exhale down. Now let's turn the chair so the seat faces you. And we're coming into plank again, so this will be a little more challenging, progressing from easier to harder. So as you're coming with your hands on your seat, you can come all the way down to your knees, or you can lift the knees and hold your plank here. Shoulders over the hands. I'm still just on the balls of the back of my feet. And if you want and have room, depending on your chair, and ability to maneuver, you can do push-ups this way too. So anytime our upper body is higher than our lower body, it should feel easier than the ones we ever do on the floor. Two more. Last one. Let's have everyone drop down to your knees who was not. Reach toward the back of your chair for a modified child's pose, sitting hips back toward the heels. Stretching down, releasing any weight off of those wrists. My arms are just on the front of the chair, but whatever feels comfortable for your body. And as you inhale, lift it up. Now we'll turn away from our chair and come into plank pose with your feet under the chair. Staying on your knees or your toes, and now we're just holding plank here, no push-ups. For 2 more breaths. And as you exhale with that second breath, come to your lower legs, walk your hands back just to come up tall. You might bump your chair like I did. Shrug your shoulders. And we'll come into that position one more time with the option of bringing the ball of your foot to the chair. So walking out, that's why we want to make sure our feet are under the chair so we're close. And then you can do it from your knee or your toe, but you're just going to reach behind you and bring the ball of your foot to the chair. From plank again, just lifting your foot up on your chair. My hips still stay lower in plank position. So if you tried that with one foot, as I was adjusting my lighting, go ahead and bring that foot down and switch. Hold the other leg up so you have this split leg position. Working on that upper body and core strength. Fingers spread wide. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, lower down. Good, and come to a seated position on the floor. We'll just push the chair aside for now, but we might want to bring it back for when we relax. Good, so once you're here, let's take 2 deep breaths in and out. One more. And then let's bring one hand over to the opposite knee, coming into a seated twist. And you can always adjust your cross-legged position, bringing those legs further away from your upper body or even straightening the legs. But just coming into this twist, those back muscles, shoulders down. Keep pushing into the hand behind you to try to get your body to twist over. Even another 1/2 inch. And then as you inhale, come back to center. Just relax those hands over those knees, taking one inhale. And then as you exhale, bring the other hand to the opposite knee, hand behind you, pushing into the floor to help rotate the body, relaxing the shoulders, staying tall. And with your next exhale, coming back to center, bringing those hands once again back over those knees. Take an inhale, reach up. Then we'll exhale to this side, dropping your hand down, fingers facing away from your body for a side bend stretch. With your next inhale, stay here, just lift a little further out from your hip and shoulder, and then exhale over. Hold it here for one more inhale, exhale. And then as you inhale, reach those arms up together. And then same thing on the other side. Hold your stretched position. And then just when you feel like you can't stretch anymore, with this next inhale, stretch a little further. Hold it over for the exhale. And take one more inhale, exhale here. And then with your next inhale, stretch and reach both arms up once again. This time, exhale, arms out to a T, so make sure you have enough room to stretch your arms out this way. Next inhale, bring the arms behind you, look up. Exhale, round forward. So those arms will move side to side. Good. Inhale, look up, exhale, round forward. And we'll do that 2 more times. Last one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, arms behind you. Lean back on those hands, slowly uncross those legs, feet about hip width apart. Just let those knees bounce. With your next exhale, we'll lean it to one side with our hands and upper body, swing those legs the other way, and walk your way into the all fours position. And then give yourselves room to be able to extend arm and leg out in front when you're here. Good. So with your next inhale, opposite arm and leg, reaching to opposite walls. Exhale down. Inhale, stretch and reach. Exhale down. So keep alternating. One more each side. Next inhale, bring one arm up and out to the side as you twist and rotate to prepare for thread the needle. And then as you exhale, bring this arm in between your hand and knee, coming all the way down as far as you can to stretch your shoulder. Inhale, push into that hand to slowly lift your body up, bringing your other hand back down to the mat. And let's do the other side. Inhale, circling, rotating, reaching up. Exhale, slide that hand in between, coming on down. And with your next inhale, lifting your body up, bringing that arm back out, and then just bringing your body side to side. And coming into a stable position. So for the next 2 or 3 minutes, I want to give you that to either do another stretch or pose that you want to do this morning, or follow me in some more core from our back side. So just take a moment to think in the all fours. If you want to grab a strap to do a few more stretches before we relax, kind of a thing, or do a pose, or just work your way to your back side. So follow along with me with some extra core. So if you're with me, what we're going to do are upper body circles. So you're going to come up on right or left side, circle around as you're lifted to the other side and lower down. And continue to circle, focusing on the upper part of that core, circling around. Same direction. As you lift up, elbows stay wide. But this is a nice exercise to engage obliques and mainly the upper part of the rectus abdominis in the middle. Try to get your shoulder blades off with every circle as you come up. I need to keep concentrating to keep my elbows wide. They want to bend in. Head heavy in those hands. 4 more this way. 3, 2, last 1. And then you can take a break or start right away on the other side. Up and around. Exhale as you come up. Inhale as you go down. Feeling it now. 2 more. Last 1. And then you can rest your head down. And the last thing I'll do for core is to come into a supine or laying down staff pose. Hold the legs. You can feel just by having your legs up, the lower part of your core is a little bit tight and engaged. Or you can do reverse crunches from here. So you can either hold this position, probably feeling that stretch in your hamstrings, or pull the abdominals in to help lift your feet or your legs and your hips up for reverse crunches. Pull in to lift. And try to keep the legs straight. Feet together so they work together. Neck relaxed. 10 more. 9. Doing a great job. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you can go ahead and bring those feet down, taking a couple deep breaths. So as you're getting ready for relaxation, as I mentioned, you can use your chair. So an example of that is typically to come close enough to your chair, facing your chair, and have your lower legs on the seat. So that provides some supported elevation. It's pretty gentle than what would be legs against the wall or legs held straight up. It's a little bit more gentler. Less pressure for the lower part of your core, but it still helps to bring blood flow back to your major organs with this gentle inversion of the legs. But again, you don't have to do this. This is just an option that we could take advantage of today with the chairs out. So I'll let you get settled and find a little music.